Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and get you the key insights on AI. And this is our special AI Daily Deep Dive. What's really different today? Well, this entire deep dive, researched and generated entirely by AI. Our goal, as always, is to quickly pull out what matters most from today's AI news so you feel informed, not overwhelmed.
Absolutely. And today, Monday, August 18th, 2025, we've got 4 really interesting stories, sometimes challenging ones, actually. They give you a real snapshot of where AI is right now. I think geopolitics, creativity, even personal identity, plus the huge infrastructure going up.
Okay, let's jump straight in. First up, OpenAI's Sam Altman. He gave a pretty stark warning to CNBC. He said the U.S. might be, well, seriously underestimating the AI threat from China.
Yeah, he zeroed in on something specific. Inference capacity.
Inference capacity.
Yeah.
So that's basically their ability to actually use trained AI models, like deploy them widely.
Exactly, running them at massive scale. And Altman's point, it ties into his critique of U.S. semiconductor export controls. He's arguing they're not quite hitting the nail on the head.
How so?
Well, he suggests China can, find ways around them. There's even this exception for China's safe chips. His bigger point seems to be that AI power isn't just about making the chips, it's about the scale of using the models.
Which connects to OpenAI's own shift, right, towards open-weight models.
Yeah, precisely. Things like GPT-OS 120B, they're opening up the code, the data. Altman actually said he felt they were on the wrong side of history, keeping models locked down, apparently influenced by Chinese open source stuff like DeepSeek and Kimi K2.
Interesting. So a real tension there between controlling the tech and opening it up to maybe accelerate faster.
Yeah, it's a strategic gamble, really.
Okay, shifting from global strategy to, well, something quite different, the internet content scene. The Washington Post is talking about AI slop. You seen this stuff?
Yeah.
Low effort, often just bizarre AI-generated videos. They're apparently flooding social media, and people are making money from it.
Right, like that example they gave Luis Talavera, a loan officer.
Yeah. Reportedly making $5,000 a month with fake street interviews on TikTok. Kind of wild.
And it's all thanks to these readily available tools. You've got ChatGPT for scripts, Midjourney for images.
11 Labs for the voice, Sora or MovieGen for the animation.
It just comes together so quickly now. Remember that old Will Smith eating spaghetti test that used to be like the benchmark for how bad AI video was?
Yeah, not anymore.
Not at all. The realism is advancing incredibly fast, which understandably has traditional artists worried.
Worried about being crowded out.
Yeah, crowded out by this flood of, slop. And there are definitely ethical questions, too, about some of the content. But beyond that, it makes you think about, online information. What's real? What's fake?
And how do people even make money? Just platform views.
Sometimes platform incentives, sure. But also selling prompt drops, like the recipe for making the AI content. It's a whole new digital landscape.
It really is. Which actually leads us neatly into this next piece from Scientific American. Webb Wright asked, can AI truly mimic your personality? He wrote about his own experiment with an AI chatbot called Isabella. It basically learned his whole life story.
Right. And it raises that question. If an AI knew everything about you, is that something you'd even want?
It's been unnerving.
Deeply personal, yeah. The study he mentioned found an 85% match between people and their AI twins on some public opinion survey. It's based on this agent architecture built on LLMs, large language models.
So the AI's underlying design allows it to mimic thought processes.
Kind of. Think back to that Smallville experiment by Jun-Sung Park. The AI agents started showing social behaviors, like one organizing a party.
But Wright was still skeptical about his own AI.
He was. It made up stories, apparently. But then it also came up with some insights that surprisingly mirrored his own private journal.
So not a perfect mirror, but maybe useful or just weird.
His takeaway seemed to be that personality is, more than just data points. There's something else there.
And he worried about a potential downside.
Yeah, this risk of homogenization. If we all start relying on AI reflections of ourselves, do our thoughts become less diverse, less individual, kind of smoothed out?
Food for thought. Okay, final story. This one's about concrete and steel, big infrastructure news out of North Dakota.
Ah, yes, Applied Digital.
They're planning a massive $3 billion hyperscale AI factory, a huge data center near Fargo.
Huge is right. 900 acres, 280 megawatt capacity, aiming to be running by 2026.
Why? North Dakota. Seems a bit out of the way.
That's actually the point. They call it a strategic location. The cool climate helps with cooling all that equipment, which is energy intensive, plus a generally favorable environment for this kind of build.
And jobs too, I assume.
Definitely. Over 200 jobs expected. It's seen as a big boost for the rural economy there, building on the success they already had with their campus in Ellendale. It's really part of a bigger picture, the U.S. needing massively more AI infrastructure to power everything we've been talking about today.
Right, it all connects back. So wrapping up today's deep dive,
Wow.
we've gone from global AI rivalries, Sam Altman's warnings,
To the weird world of AI slop online, disrupting creative work.
to really fundamental questions about AI mimicking personality.
And finally, the sheer physical scale of the infrastructure being built, like that huge project in North Dakota, AI's impact is just incredibly broad.
It really covers so much ground.
It does. And as this technology keeps evolving at, frankly, breakneck speed and weaving itself into everything we do, it leaves us all with a pretty critical question to ponder. What are our ethical responsibilities here? As users, as developers, how do we shape the way these incredibly powerful tools become part of our lives, our society? What's the right path forward?